Hello there. Something I've been thinking about the last couple of weeks, since I last posted. It's been 2 or 3 weeks. 2, 3? It's been a while since my last post. It's been about how I'm starting to rediscover me outside of my marriage. Something that I wanted to sort of talk about is about how you need to be unashamedly you in everything you like. Yes, when you get in a couple, there's always compromises, things you sort of, a bit of give and take. There's always going to be that. The thing that's really highlighted, it's sort of come to the front for me over the last couple of weeks, has been music. I've really missed the music that I loved, and I hadn't really noticed it. I grew up, I was born in 1976, so I'm super old, and I was going out clubbing in the mid-90s, and I'm a child of that era. That was when I was made, I suppose. I love dance music, trance, hardcore, house music, drum and bass, all of that stuff gets me going, gets my blood going. And the last couple of weeks, the sun's been glorious in the UK here, so I've been out and about working, driving around. I've had a couple of issues the last couple of weeks. I felt a little bit down here and there, but the thing that's got me through has been the music. And I realised I never listened to that music when I was married. Don't get me wrong, I used, within the marriage, I fly my nerd flag as high as anything. Huge Star Wars fan, Lord of the Rings fan, all of that sort of stuff. But the music was something that was never part. I can't remember the last time I listened to dance music when I was with my ex-wife. She was only a year younger than me, so grew up around the same time, but she was all about the Britpop, the guitar music, Pulp, Oasis, Blur, all of that sort of stuff. That was her bag. That was what she was into. And I look back, and over the 17 years we were married, there was only one concert or live music event we went to that was around my type of music, and that was The Prodigy. We went and saw The Prodigy, the No Tourists tour, about 6 months before Keith killed himself, and it was amazing. It was amazing, and I just literally booked that. I remember tickets going live. We were driving home from holiday, and I pulled into the side of the road to get those tickets. There was no ifs, no buts. They were in Liverpool. I was going to see him. I didn't care. If we'd have gone through a conversation process, I would almost definitely not have seen them. Yet every sort of event that we went to, music event or whatever, was around the sort of things she liked. And I realised how much I missed that, because that's fundamentally part of who I am, and I love it. I'm unashamed in it, and when people talk about guilty pleasures, what's the music that you listen to that's a guilty pleasure, or what's the TV show, or what's the movie, whatever it is, there's no such thing as a guilty pleasure. If you find pleasure in something, don't be ashamed about it. You find pleasure in it. If something makes you emotional, then fucking good on you. Don't hide that away. And if that person you're with, or that person you're dating, either overtly or covertly starts to downplay the things that you like as not being as good as theirs, or and I'm not saying my ex-wife did that, but if you look, you can see that, like, they're sort of putting it down. Oh, it's not as good as this, or it's not real music, or that's not real cinema, or whatever. You gotta move on, because that's compromising a part of you. And I look at that now and go, it's such a part of me. And I'm like, the amount of people that I've met over the last couple of weeks, as I've had some of these tunes on, everything from drum and bass. I was having some Mickey Finn, a guy was talking to me about that. He was going to see him, to a bit of Faithless or Chicane or whatever it is, with Sash, all of these classics. You know, there's so many people out there that love it, and you've got to just be unashamedly you in the things that you love. And do you know, that person that you're with might not want to go and see that musician with you or whatever. Fine, go with someone else, go on your own. But if you don't do that because of them, then I think you're losing part of yourself, and over time that part gets pushed down and pushed down and pushed down, and I you know, that feeds into all sorts of things, resentment and so on and so forth. So just be you, love what you love, and do you know what, if other people don't like it, fuck them, who cares? There's plenty of people out there that you will be able to connect with, however, in this wonderfully, amazingly connected world that we live in. There's millions of people out there that love what you love as well, and you can have relationships and, you know, not feel like you're missing out on part of who you are. That's it. Trying to be a bit quicker, trying to be a bit more positive. I'm not going to do ranty videos. I don't think you know, they get clicks, don't get me wrong, they got loads of views, but they're not healthy for me. I think I go into a bit of a dark place sometimes when you start ranting a bit too much. Thanks for spending a little bit of time with me, and I will see you again very soon.